guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya. And today I'm going to be giving you guys book recommendations. But not just any book recommendations, but book recommendations that are specific based on what you guys want. Well, you already know that from the title of this video. But yeah, I'm recording this video kind of late because I asked you guys on my story on Instagram over a month ago to send me things you want in a book. For example, childhood friends to lovers trope. Basically, you guys sent a bunch of things that you would like to see in a book, so now I'm going to give you recommendations based on what you guys want. Oh yes, make sure to follow my Instagram. All my socials are linked down below if you want to be in future videos like these. So let's get started. So the first one is Fantasy and Royalty Forbidden Love. I have quite a couple of books to suggest for this. The first one being Cinder. This is book 1 of the Lunar Chronicles series, and I loved the Lunar Chronicles series. Literally so good. Thank you so much to my aunt for buying me the whole box set for my birthday, and I read the whole entire series within the month of April because it was that good. But anyways, Cinder, she is a mechanic, and this is fantasy, but it's also kind of more like on the sci-fi. No, it's not really fantasy actually, it's more sci-fi. It's like this, it's in the same world as we are in on Earth, except like lots of years into the future where there's like flying cars and everything. So it's more sci-fi than fantasy, but basically Cinder is a mechanic, like a commoner, and also a cyborg. So she's really like not accepted by society. All the people are like have very low opinions on cyborgs. And then there's the Prince Kai, and that's obviously forbidden romance. I don't think I'm gonna be explaining that much about these books in this video. Last time I did that, my head like started hurting from talking too much, but usually I like going into a book without knowing what to expect because sometimes the back spoils things from me. So if you really want a more detailed like hypnosis or something about these books, then you can search that up. And then the next one is Heartless. This is fantasy, and this is the Queen of Hearts backstory. So like a villain's backstory. She was once just a girl, but the thing about this, it's kind of like royalty and a commoner, except she's not actually royalty. She's just like high rank, so not exactly royalty, but it's close enough. She's like high in the society, you know. And then there's Jest, who is just the king's joker. And if you know me, then you know this is my favorite freaking book like ever. Oh wait, I just realized that these two books that I just now recommended are by the same author, Marissa Mayer. Stand the Queen. But yeah, this book and the other book are so amazing. You should literally go read them right now. Next one is Fantasy, Bloody, and YA. Okay. For that, I think I would suggest Throne of Glass. This is a fantasy, and it is so good. Like the whole series altogether is so good. The series is a bit slow-paced, but you know, it's still worth it. And yes, there are lots of fighting scenes in this. As you can see, Selena Sardothian is an assassin, and the series is young adults. But basically what the first book is about is Selena Sardothian is an assassin, and she has been put into the mines, like salt mines or something, you know, as her punishment, and she has to serve there for loads of years, maybe even her life, I'm not sure. But anyways, and then she was summoned to the castle to compete in a competition against over 20 other assassins or thieves or whatever, you know, bad guys. And if she wins, then she will be released and she'll serve the king. So not exactly released, but better than being in jail, so she'll be like a private assassin for the king. Next is Boarding School and a Romance. So I have a few for this also. First being Anna and the French Kiss. If you know me, then I also love this book. It was very cute. Be a weirdo that the main character may be annoying in some parts, but that's just how this author writes her characters. A bit annoying. But anyways, Anna has always lived in Atlanta, and then her dad decides to move her to Paris in a boarding school so that she has like some memories or whatever, and she's not happy about that. But anyways, then she obviously meets a boy, since this is a romance, and it's just so cute, and I love how they explore Paris and how they like live at the boarding school. This book was really good. And then if you want something more fantasy with boarding school and romance, then I'd suggest The Witch Haven. It's about witches. This book was really good. It was a bit more dark than I was expecting, so be aware. Read trigger warnings. And this doesn't have that much romance. It's more focusing on the witches at their boarding school. But this was still a good book nonetheless. And the last book for boarding school and romance is The School for Good and Evil. This doesn't have a lot of romance like at all. The later books do, but this not really. And this is middle grade, and this is like one of my favorite books ever. This holds a special place in my heart. I have so much nostalgia from this, and I freaking love this series. Even older audiences will enjoy this series. It is so damn good. Next, a book with childhood friends to lovers. For that, I recommend Lola and the Boy Next Door. This is not only childhood friends to lovers, but also neighbors to lovers. As you can see by the cover, it's by the same author as Anna in the French Kiss, and this was cute as well. I preferred Anna in the French Kiss, but this is still good. And the character Lola is way more annoying than Anna, just saying. But basically, Cricket, the childhood friend and her old neighbor, he moved out like a while ago, and then he moves back in to the house next door. So next, adventurous fairy tale retelling. Oh my gosh, I have so much for this because I love retellings. So first is obviously Cinder, which is retelling of Cinderella, and there's other books in the series. They're on my shelf down there, but I don't want to hassle and take them all out. But yeah, this series is 1,000,000% worth it. It's exactly what you want if you're looking for adventurous fairy tale retelling, because the other books are retellings of other fairy tales, but they're all connected. That's like so crazy. I don't know how Marissa Meyer has such a big brain, but this is really amazing. And then obviously Heartless and Gilded. And all of the books that I just suggested, the retellings, they're all by the same author. Marissa Meyer! But another one is Cinderella is Dead, which is another Cinderella retelling, and this one is not by Marissa Meyer. And I did not enjoy this book that much, but my sister absolutely loved it, so perhaps you will too. I heard a lot of people of you guys in my comment section said that you like this book. So it wasn't for me, but it might be for you. I think this is more like middle grade. It's technically YA, young adult, but I feel like it could be middle grade also, like 11 or 12 plus. Next, books containing academics or books containing badass girls. I don't want to say the bad word, but yes, I love books containing badasses. Like, yes, please give me more of that. If you have any recommendations for that badass girl trope, comment down below. I love reading those. But yes, I have the perfect thing for you. I Kissed Cher Wheeler. I mean, personally I didn't, but that's what the book is called. That was kind of a lame joke, right? But anyways, I Kissed Cher Wheeler is exactly what you want if you're looking for academics and badass girls. This contains both. So Chloe, she is academic rivals with this girl, Cher Wheeler. Basically it's kind of like academic rivals to lovers as well. And they're like both badasses. Next, teen cute romantic books, please. I gotcha. Instructions for Dancing. This was very cute. I didn't like it as much as a lot of people other did. People like raving about this book, but I still like it. It was a good book and cute and like a feel-good book. Though there is like some sad parts, but nonetheless, most percent of it was not sad. So then also we have A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. I also expected a bit more from this book, but the romance was like really cute anyway. And what really did it for me in this book was not only the romance, but especially the baking. Like they described, like she's basically like a baker. She like specializes in cooking treats and sweet things, and reading that just made me so hungry. It like described so well, and it was just, I loved reading the parts where they were baking and cooking and everything. Oh, we're still not finished. I have loads of teen cute romantic books. But another one I'm going to say is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. This is a Christmas book, so you can read it right now or you can wait until Christmas to read it. I read it during Christmas time and I absolutely loved this book. And there's two other books in the series, which is 12 Days of Dash and Lily and Mind the Gap, Dash and Lily. I think Mind the Gap, Dash and Lily was my favorite, and then second favorite was Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, and third favorite was the 12 Days of Dash and Lily. Oh, and obviously Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and yeah, I have still loads of more recs, but I don't want this video to drag on forever, and we still have more to go through. So next is Royalty, Enemies to Lovers, Kingdoms. So I'm using this as an excuse to show off one of my favorite books ever, The Cruel Prince. Though you shouldn't get this if you're looking for romance, because romance is only probably like 10% or probably even less of this book. Lots of people are actually disappointed when they read because they were expecting lots of romance, but this isn't, like, the main plot is romance at all. It's a very small side plot, but later on in the other books, there is more romance in these. But I still think it is definitely worth it, even though the first book doesn't have much romance, and overall the series doesn't have that much, but it's still 1,000,000% worth it. It's so good. So whatever romance we do get is amazing. And you know why you should trust me in that? Because the love interest, Carden, he is literally in my login. Yeah. Okay. And Carden is my #1 bug boyfriend ever exists. Wait, even though he doesn't exist. We're not talking about this. Next, a magical book like Harry Potter or Keeper of the Lost Cities, because I am addicted to Keeper of the Lost Cities. You know what? Same. Also, there's a new book of Keeper of the Lost Cities coming out, if you didn't know yet. Stellar Loon, I'm pretty sure it's called, book number 9. I'm so damn excited for it to come out so I can buy it. Even though I kind of already forgot. I need to catch up on what happened in the last books, so I'm kind of gonna have some catching up to do. But if you like Harry Potter and Keeper of the Lost Cities, then The School for Good and Evil is literally the perfect thing for you. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. This is one of my favorite books ever. This and Keeper of the Lost Cities. Even though I think I may like School for Good and Evil more than Keeper of the Lost Cities, so... And also, I think if you liked Harry Potter and the Keeper of the Lost Cities, you should also read The Unwanted. I read this a while ago, but this was really good series, like really good. It's fantasy, and I really liked it. On the inside here, it says combining elements of Harry Potter and the Hunger Games. So according to there, it says it's kind of like a combo of Harry Potter and Hunger Games. So if you like those two, then this is for you. Next, about witches and wizards. So as you can see, it looks like that person really likes Harry Potter because they have a Harry Potter username and a Harry Potter profile picture. So I'm assuming that you like Harry Potter. That's why you want witches and wizards. But I actually haven't read that much books about witches and wizards. But I will recommend The School for Good and Evil again because so good, so good. It's not exactly witches and wizards, but they do practice magic in the boarding school, which is fabulous. This book, it is everything you want in a book. And the last one I'm going to recommend, books for reading on a daily basis. So I'm not sure what this exactly means because technically you can read any book on a daily basis, but I'm gonna assume that you want a fast-paced book. I don't know why I'm assuming that, but I don't know. I'm gonna say a book that I finished very fast, and that is We Were Liars. You might know this book. It's like extremely freaking popular. I did not hate this book, but also I didn't love it. So usually people either really hate this book or really love it, like no in between, but
I was in between.
So I'm not sure if you're gonna hate this or love this, but maybe it's worth a try because it's a very, very fast read. I read this practically like 2 days or something. It was really quick. And the chapters are really, really short. And those are all the books that I'm going to be recommending. Also make sure to follow my socials and comment down below if you have any video suggestions that you'd like to see me do. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!